Haiti, Father Zucchi Olibrice led over 8,000 students to thank the long-term love and aid from Tzu Chi. In Yunlin, Tzu Chi volunteers organized a stem cell registry blood drive in front of the Dounan Railway Station. Selamat datang ke DaAi Headlines, saya Simon Gan. Terima kasih menyertai sesi berita kita. In Haiti, Tzu Chi volunteer Father Zucchi Olibrice held a Thanksgiving ceremony on Feast of the Immaculate Conception, leading more than 8,000 students to pray and thanking Tzu Chi for the long-term support.
Dear God, you are the consolation for all sufferers and those who are in difficulties. In the name of the Blessed Virgin Mary, please listen to our prayers at the celebration.
Jeudi, c'est un jour spécial, un jour que nous avons choisi pour nous être capables de dire tout bienfaiteur.
Today is the day of the Blessed Virgin Mary. On this special day, we need to tell the donor who has helped us before, especially the Tzu Chi Foundation, which provided continuous assistance to us in the past 5 years. They donated rice and shoes to the residents of City Solio and La Saline.
Avec du riz et multigrains et tennis, chaussures pour moun dans Cité Soleil avec moun dans La Saline.
C'est l'amour qui fait venir parce que on zone comme ça.
Tzu Chi volunteers have great love in their hearts. If they didn't, they would not come here. But they are here, so we have to pray for them and encourage them, just like they encouraged us and helped us before. Thank you for the rice distribution this time, because many people are starving. The people here have nothing and live a hard life. How can they have the mood to learn?
Tzu Chi volunteer Zhang Yongzhong is here on behalf of Taiwan, on behalf of Master Zhen Yan and Tzu Chi Foundation. So we have to say aloud, thank you to them, thank you, Master.
Merci, Master!
Ma première, c'est tout le monde qui t'a porté aide, soit.
Thank you every Tzu Chi volunteer for their hard work to help us. That's why we have this result today. It's my honor to have the opportunity to join today. I hope there will be more events like this in the future.
Moi espérer gain l'autre bagaille toujours qui a plus aider nous pour nous plus avancer.
C'est un gros merci que nous voulons adresser à Mounsayo et c'est ça que fait.
We want to express our gratitude to you. That's why we chose to celebrate on this day. We want to let the children in the school know about it and express gratitude to everyone who helped them.
Condition que yo capable sentir que yo doit reconnaissant envers moun qui aide yo.
In China's Anhui province, volunteers set out to care for people in need during the cold winter. Many villagers who received aid in the past have come over to volunteer. Here's more.
The school gates are damaged due to heavy flooding. Water's level rose, covering the campus. This is Anping Tzu Chi Middle School during summer of 1995, and no one has ever thought that after 25 years, the same event would occur.
90 windows are damaged. The school walls are also damaged due to soaking in water for some time.
Besides an August visit after the disaster, volunteers once again arrived at Tongling City at the end of the year. In Anhui, the Sending Love in the Winter event is held for flood-affected residents. Village staff are helping villagers with packing supplies. Someone even had a cotton jacket they received from Tzu Chi 25 years ago. Besides this auntie with a cotton jacket, at the third venue, this volunteer named Wu Zhizhe once received help from Tzu Chi.
After 1995, there was a long time where we didn't keep contact with Tzu Chi, and now I'm a teacher. Through connecting Tzu Chi, I found out that the love has to be continued, so I'll pass on the love to children during my courses.
在以后的这个教学过程当中，跟孩子的相处的过程当中，把这份爱传递给他们。
好，慢一点，阿姨。
In the village, everyone has a simple heart. Once receiving help from others, they'll definitely give back.
听说了，在25年前，咱们这个慈济协会对我们这个。
I've heard that 25 years ago, the Zucchi Foundation gave us many donations, so we are glad and appreciative to Zucchi Foundation. The things we are doing to help now are just a way to show our gratitude.
When I grow up, I want to do charity work like you.
As the cold comes to Tonling City in the winter, the love sent from volunteers has warmed everyone up.
In Hubei, China, floods occurred during summer, which has caused their harvest to fail. As a result, this winter has been hard for them. Thankfully, Zucchi volunteers were able to lend some support, so these farmers may get through the winter without worries.
希望我们的乡亲们在2020年虽然遭受水灾，但依然可以享受到新年的欢乐。
Early in the morning, Tzu Chi volunteers from 5 regions and the local community volunteers gather in Qingminghe Township's Guandu village. Since the flooding which happened in July, this gathering marks the 22nd time Tzu Chi has visited. In this 10 degrees Celsius weather, volunteers serve hot beverages to warm them up. The summer of 2020, China suffered massive rainstorms along the Yangtze River, which flooded nearby towns. In the aftermath of the flooding, Tzu Chi offered emergency relief, and now they have returned to give them gifts for the winter.
This distribution isn't just about fulfilling material needs for the people, but it's also about the growth of their spiritual health.
Many of the elderly in the village received Tzu Chi supplies, and the volunteers helped them one-on-one to take home the items. Grandmother Wei grew cotton, but it was destroyed in the flood this year. The volunteers comfort her as best as they can.
你没种棉花，你却有棉被盖呀！
哦，现在那是感你们的啦，来感谢你们啦。
今天的活动，那个发放的物资。Many items were given to our residents today. I hope through today's activities, the community can come together to rebuild and restore their lives back to normal.
建设自己的美好生活。 As the villagers head home with their items in hand, the volunteers also visit a few of them. Zhang Chunhua's home was flooded back in July, and nearly all her furniture were ruined. Now with Tzu Chi's blankets in hand, she has hope once more.
Have faith in life. Although it may be difficult now, everything shall pass in time.
With Tzu Chi by their side, the villagers can begin to rebuild in the upcoming new year.
At the Xinzhu Jingsi Hall, a year-end blessing ceremony was held. Volunteers also took the opportunity to promote vegetarianism. Take a look.
In this year of the pandemic, year-end blessing ceremonies have focused on strengthening epidemic prevention measures while not missing out on the end-of-year joy.
Considering the situation of the pandemic, we also hope to tell the people coming that we participate in this event to accept the blessings from the Master. Everyone wants to be able to pray for peace, as we also hope that they can come with a peace of mind.
At work, in the workplace, whether it's either efficiency or cost every day, I'm thinking about these things. It just happens that here, when I think of 3 words, 警示好, I start to feel calm.
Through on-stage performance telling others his personal story, Zucchi volunteer He Mingyan turned his own bakery 3 years ago into a vegetarian shop. Although his business was hit hard by the epidemic, he did not change his vegetarian beliefs.
Before, it's not that I don't want to be a vegetarian. I said it's so hard to find vegetarian food as I will walk around and cook it by myself. Because of this, we opened a vegetarian shop so people have more choices and will have more willingness to be vegetarian, and more people could accept this.
Receiving the red envelope of blessings and wisdom from Jingsa abode Dharma masters led everyone to come together to pray for blessings and inspire everyone's love and kindness.
In Kaohsiung, volunteers from Dashu district used their creativity and created hats and dresses from recyclable materials. One of the most stunning dresses was a white wedding dress, which was made up from 116 paper cups. Take a look. After her makeup, she has turned into a beautiful woman. But the focal point today is this dress, which consists of hundreds of roses. It is uneasy to put on this dress. As we take a closer look, the dress is completely made from plastic.
In the beginning, we sew it by hand. During the sewing process, we often prick our own fingers.
Besides the beautiful blue dress like Princess Elsa, there's also a superhero costume made up from rubbish bags and raincoats. Besides plastic costumes, there's also a shining dress made up of aluminum cans.
One row consists of 8 aluminum cans. This row here are cans which have been cut open.
There's also a beautiful white wedding dress which was stunning. The dress is made up from 116 recyclable paper cups.
Originally, the paper cups we collected have different colors, so we used white paint to make it fully white.
Even the hats are very eye-catching. Some are made up from straws, and for this ladybug hat, it is made up of styrofoam and plastic bottle caps.
We dismantled a motorcycle helmet and used plastic bottle caps to decorate the sides. And for the design up top, we made it look like a ladybug.
By 2030, straws will be completely banned in our country. We want to educate the public through our fashion show that many items can be reused and recycled.
By using their creativity, they have turned unwanted items useful again, enabling these small items to shine bright, unleashing its full potential. At the end of the year, Yunlin Tzu Chi volunteers organized the 4th stem cell registry blood drive in front of the Dounan Railway Station, attracting quite a large crowd. Let's join them there.
In front of Dounan Railway Station, a blood test registration activity for stem cell donation is taking place. The general public enthusiastically participates in the event.
I already signed an organ donation card when I was 18 years old. It's to help other people, as I want to do as much as possible to help.
I also happen to be 18 years old, so we responded together.
Tsai Yishan, who works at the Dounan Police Precinct, wanted to do a blood test to help patients with blood diseases.
Those with blood cancer or some patients facing life-threatening disease. I think they need this urgently. This is why I want to do it, as I think there's a chance to save someone.
This stem cell registration drive is very special because it was held with the support of the Dounan Township Office, which was hosting a special community course which helped attract more people.
It happened that my friend was working in the township office. I wanted to take the initiative to talk to the class leader about our Tzu Chi group stem cell registration activity. I hope that we could hold this activity together with them.
Yunlin County Mayor Chang Lishan was present, and she did not forget to encourage everyone to take blood tests and register.
There are many people responding to this call. Seeing everyone stand up like this gives me hope that there will be more opportunities to help everyone.
A total of 24 enthusiastic people in this event completed blood tests and completed their registration, hoping that their love can truly help others at the end of the year.
Douliu Tzu Chi Hospital Superintendent Dr. Jian Ruicheng made a speech at Chigu, Tainan to give the villagers a concept of preventive medicine. Take a look.
Every elder's bathroom must be equipped with handrails of different standards.
If there's no handrail, I can walk with the wall. If there is a handrail, I can walk with it. It's easier to stand up when taking a shower.
I can get up if I hold it.
The applicability of the installation of handrails also tests the wisdom of the volunteers.
This design is very convenient.
My dad suffers from dementia. We feel more at ease when he gets up in the midnight to go to the bathroom.
After visiting each person, the volunteers can feel relieved to see that the elders are at ease.
Here, there's a side to support. Now it's much more convenient.
A couple nutritionist Ong Yinghui and orthopedic physician Jian Ruiten traveled south from Yunlin to Tainan to help villagers strengthen their bones and stay healthy.
Their enthusiastic response made me feel that I came here today is quite meaningful. I will take care of the problems that they have reflected or the diseases that need to be dealt with. I'll ask for arrangement for the registration after I go back to the hospital for further examination or treatment.
We can use Dingsambaro as a demonstration place. Let the suffering elderly get a relief.
In the early days, villagers in Dinshan Chigu, Tainan, rake and carry salt under the scorching sun and overwork their knees and spine. Hundreds of elders enthusiastically ask questions, and the volunteers answer them one by one, making their illness seem to be much better.
In Jiai, the local health bureau has promoted health checkup for more than 10 years. Recently, a checkup was held at Zhongpu Junior High School, and many local medical institutions, including Darling Tzu Chi hospitals, were invited to serve the residents.
To promote body health, the Jiai County Health Bureau held the last comprehensive health checkup of this year at Zhongpu Junior High School. Many local hospitals were invited to participate in serving the residents, including Darling Tzu Chi Hospital.
As more than 20 diseases can be screened at one time, patients can take advantage of this opportunity to solve any health problems at once. If the health problem can be found and treated earlier, the treatment effect will be better. It can also lower the occurrence of the disease in the future, and also reduce the burden of the country, health insurance, as well as the family.
The elderly living in remote areas seize the opportunity to take care of their own health. In addition to the previous routine checkups, atrial fibrillation detection and ophthalmoscopy without mydriasis have been included this year, which makes it more convenient for the elderly.
In the past, when we did eye examinations, we needed to dilate the pupils, so when the public finished their checkup, they would feel uncomfortable or had to wait a long time before going back home. Now, this method allows us to see the fundus of the eyes without dilating the pupils. We can immediately find out if there are any hardening of the blood vessels or any pathological changes in their eyes.
I hope that through this free clinic, we can help the elderly who have mobility issues to do an early screening in order to avoid some irreversible damage to their health.
At the health checkup site, apart from specialist doctors of various specialties, there are also health education services, all of which are aimed at prevention medicine.
Normally, our training is mainly in the hospital, so when the patients we treat are those who are already sick or will be hospitalized. Today, the people we saw were different. To me, this experience is quite special. I learned that there are so many people out there putting so much effort on health and disease prevention.
Medical care starts with disease prevention. The city government and medical institutions work together to ensure the health of the people in remote areas.
According to rumors on the internet, if you exercise before eating breakfast, it'll increase your metabolism in burning fat. Is this true? Let's hear what the experts say.
According to the internet, fasting before exercise can double your fat burning rate. Is this really true?
If it's a morning exercise class, I might not eat beforehand. But if it's an afternoon exercise class, I'll eat lunch first. I don't think it has much of an impact on the intensity or effectiveness of the exercise.
If it's been over 12 hours with no food and fasting, then when getting up early and doing exercise, one's body sugars are gone and the body starts consuming fat. Fat is converted into ketones, which will burn more fat and calories.
Although fasting before exercise can consume more fat and calories, it is not suitable for everyone.
People with diabetes should be more careful. If this person has an empty stomach and is afraid of low blood sugar, then exercise can cause him to faint suddenly. The safer recommendation for the average person is that we eat a little food an hour before exercise.
So before exercise, it is important to learn how to eat so that the body is not burdened and has enough strength.
For 70-kilogram adults, based upon each kilogram of body weight, one should consume 0.5 grams of carbohydrate. This is roughly a medium to a large banana or 300 cc sports drink, which is mainly carbohydrates and low in fat. one should eat low-fiber foods.
Proper diet can avoid bodily discomfort during exercise, so before exercise, it is recommended that one eats.
Looking back at 2020, many disasters and accidents occurred in Taiwan, from military accidents to the famine in the south and the floods in the north. Since 2021 is arriving, let's let go of the past and hope for a better future.
现在水库没有水进来。
5个水库同时进行人工增雨作业，水库只能算是。
截至目前为止，累计最大的雨量呢是发生在我们行政区255米。
From June to August, the average temperature is 29.54 degrees Celsius, making it the hottest summer ever. Looking at the entire year, out of 23 typhoons, only one came by Taiwan, causing limited rain. The autumn rainfall is at the lowest in 27 years.
Starting October 14th, we'll enforce nighttime water restrictions in Taoyuan, Hsinchu, and Taichung.
For the first time, water levels have gotten to a new high in October. In the southern regions, water resources are limited. In the northern regions, rain went on for days. After 10 days, the railroad was finally repaired. In January, Black Hawk accidents caused the deaths of 8 soldiers, including Chief of Staff Shenimi. In July, 3 Marines passed away during exercise. One committed suicide afterwards.
After 2 minutes of its takeoff, helicopter 616 called us. The pilot told us that the rotor speed is too low.
A helicopter avoiding residential areas missed its chance to land, crashing onto the terrain. In October, a tank fell off the hill, causing the death of Sergeant Lin Kaiqiang. At the end of the month, an F-5E fell into the sea, marking the death of 29-year-old Captain Zhu Guanmeng. The Army, Marine, and Air Force lost a total of 16 elites.
Tzu Chi.
At the Party World's Taipei Lingsen branch, the fire alarm system was turned off manually, and fire broke out, but no one was able to react to it, causing 6 deaths and 89 injuries. At Kaohsiung, the townhouse was on fire. The family of 5 passed away unfortunately. During September, mortality rates in the sea increased. At Yilan's DaXi fishing harbor, a sudden tidal wave caused fishermen to fall, causing 5 deaths and 3 injuries. At Nanto's Wujie River, the dam released its waters.
We really didn't know what caused the sudden flood.
2 families got into a fatal accident while camping. 4 passed away. 2020 is an unstable year. Disasters have torn people apart. Let us all pray and respect nature, hoping to eliminate natural disasters.
In Chile, Tzu Chi volunteers have distributed aid supplies in various places, hoping that everyone can have a blessed and prosperous new year. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you and goodbye.